On to Rome, where Italy's Prime Minister has called for EU nations to act swiftly with sanctions against Russian people and entities following that attack on Ukraine. Italian police this weekend having seized villas and yachts worth some €143 million from 5 high-profile Russians who were placed on the sanctions list following the attack on Ukraine. Let's cross now to Seema Gupta in Rome. Seema, firstly, how have Italians reacted to the invasion?
I think ordinary Italians have just been shocked and horrified seeing the images of Ukrainians being forced to flee from their country and being bombarded in this way. We've seen protests and vigils in cities across the country, people carrying the Italian rainbow peace flag or the Ukrainian flag, standing in solidarity with the country. Now, it's important to remember there are some 250,000 Ukrainians living in Italy and working here. And so we've already seen the start of their family members and friends coming into Italy to seek refuge. And so the authorities have already been prepared now to welcome these groups. They're setting up those reception centers. They provided money to help them, and even COVID hotels that were used to deal with the coronavirus issue are now being converted into shelters for some of these Ukrainian families. The government has already pledged 110 million euros to help them, the Ukrainian government, that is. They say this is a sign of solidarity and support. And as you mentioned, seizing those assets belonging to Russian oligarchs, luxury villas and yachts. Prime Minister Mario Draghi stressing very much the necessity for a united front from the EU on this issue.
Now, of course, Italy, Seema, is one of European countries most dependent on Russian gas. Yet Prime Minister Draghi has followed the EU on economic sanctions. So how is Italy now looking at alternatives when it comes to energy sources and other options?
Well, clearly, this is one of the issues that is of concern for Italians, even though they do support the Ukrainians. And it's important to mention, as you said, Italy receives more than 40% of its natural gas from Russia. That's a huge chunk of its energy needs. But what they're saying now is that they want to reduce their reliance on this supply. So Foreign Minister Luigi Di Maio has already traveled to Algeria as well as Qatar. And the Prime Minister has also spoken to the leaders of those countries to look for alternative gas supplies. The Foreign Minister Di Maio saying very clearly they want to avoid a situation of any kind of blackmail, that they need to find alternatives in order to deal with their energy needs. And that's of concern to Italians as well. They're wondering what's going to happen on that front. But for the moment, they feel they have to stand on the side of the Ukrainians.
And the Italian far-right leader Matteo Salvini has always had very close ties to Vladimir Putin, just like here in France, Marine Le Pen and Eric Zemmour. So how has this played out? I mean, has he changed his pro-Russian stance, and what do the Italian public think of him as a result?
Well, he in the past has openly declared his admiration for Vladimir Putin. In fact, he famously took a picture of himself wearing a T-shirt with an image of Putin on that T-shirt and posted it on his social media. However, as a result of these recent events in Ukraine, he too has done an about turn in that he said, when someone is attacked, you must be on the side of the one that is attacked. And so just today, on Monday, Mr. Salvini, the leader of the League Party here in Italy, has traveled to Poland. He is there right now. We're hearing reports, and he's expected to travel to the border with Ukraine, I guess, wanting to express his solidarity now for those refugees that are fleeing the bombardment on the side of the Russians. A lot of frustration for Italians, those who support him, say, well, now he seems to be turning on the side of the oppressed, but those that have been always against him pointing out the double standard in this and the hypocrisy perhaps that they're seeing. Well, you could have supported Putin in the past, but now you seem to be changing your tune.
Seema Gupta reporting there from Rome. Thank you.